Good morning, everyone. Today our learning targets are, I can break down words into syllables. That's going to be just this video. And then our next video is going to be, I can identify synonyms. So let's learn more about syllables. Here's our morning message for today. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. Dear students, yesterday, you watched a video on how to solve multiplication problems using different strategies. Today, we are going to learn that good readers can use syllables to solve unknown words. We are also going to begin our new unit on poetry. How many syllables are in your name? Love, Miss Foster. How do you count syllables? This is how you count how many syllables are in a word. Open your hand like you're going to give a high five. Place your hand under your chin. Then say a word. However many times your chin touches your hand is how many syllables there are in a word or in a name. So for example, if I were to say Foster, my chin fell onto my hand 2 times. So I have 2 syllables in my last name. Can you try how many syllables are in your name? Good. So if you are Fernando, you have 3 syllables in your name. If you are Holly, you have 2 in your name. If you are Anthony, you have 3 syllables in your name. And if you are Natalie, you have 3 syllables in your name as well. So, we are going to use what we know about syllables and breaking up words to solve words that we may not know when we're reading a book. Because good readers take the time and they use strategies to solve words that they don't know when they're reading. So some of this may sound familiar to you. All right, so I'm going to bring you through what good readers do when they see a word that they don't know. It happens a lot, but if you use this strategy, you can better understand what's going on in your story. So number 1, when you see a word that you don't know, the first thing is to stop at that word. Next, you're going to look at that word. Ask yourself, do I see any patterns? Do I see any sounds that I do know within this tricky word? After that, you're going to find a sound or a word within the word that you do know. I'm going to show you an example in a second. Then, after you solve the word, you are going to ask yourself, once you solve and it's put back into the sentence, does it look right? Does it sound right? And does it make sense? Does this word that I solved make sense with what I'm reading? So for example, yesterday I was reading an article and I came across a word that I did not know. This is the word that I did not know. I'll get there in a second. The nurse had lots of jobs and many people to take care of. She was very and well respected. All right, so this is that word that I don't know. The first thing I'm doing is stopping at this word. Next, I'm going to look at this word. I'm asking myself, do I see any patterns? Do I see sounds or words within this word that I already know? So that's the part that takes work. Do I see a sound or a word within this word that I already know? All right, well, I see O-R. I know O-R says or. Let me see if I can expand this a little bit. Port. Okay, so I have this one part here, port. All right, let me chunk this part now. Ant. Okay, this says ant. Now I have this left. I know I know I am says I'm usually, so I'm going to try that. I'm important. That doesn't make sense. Let me try this other. I makes two sounds. I know that. It says its name, I, and it also says I. So I'm going to try important. If I say it fast, important. All right, so that sounds right, and it looks right. Let me see if it makes sense now. The nurse had lots of jobs and many people to take care of. She was very important and well respected. That makes sense too. So notice how I stopped at the word that I didn't know. I spent some time looking at this word. I found a sound in parts of this word, words within the word that I did know. I had to swap out a couple sounds to make sure it made sense. And then I asked myself, did it look right? Did it sound right? And then at the end, did it make sense within the sentence? This is a word solving strategy that you can use. See how we broke it up into its syllables? You can use this when you're reading on your own as well. All right. Thank you for listening to my syllables lesson. Next, we are going to learn about synonyms.